Hello and welcome everyone. It's Darius Barazandeh. Thank you for being here and connecting. I have an incredible treat for you today, and I want to say it's going to be one of those days I think you're going to remember our next guest forever. And I've said it, you also, there have been these cataclysmic shifts in our understanding and our awakening. And if you've been with us for many numbers of years, you've had those moments where somebody came on and maybe they redefined what it was like to heal or to be human, or they redefined energy healing. I'm sure you can think of those ones that really stand out in your mind. And our guest today not only appears that way on paper and in my interactions with her personally, but also in the healing work that I've been able to do with her. I shared in a video that I wanted on the page, and I don't do that very often, putting a video on a page where people can watch it. I did that because in a matter of less than an hour, she was able to shift something for me that honestly, I'm 47 now, and it's been something in my life since the day I was born. And it was a relationship with a family member and a connection and a feeling of closeness that when we were done with the session, I had the rare treat of actually getting to spend time with that person. And I felt a level of connection where there was no karma anymore. There was no separation. There was none of the anxiousness. There was none of the anxiety, but just a connection to that being that I had never had before. And this is something I'd wanted my entire life long. And this one experience with our guest today, Danielle Brooks, opened this up for me. And our call is going to be amazing because we've got a 15-minute or so process we're going to be sharing with you to bring in love and beauty and light into your field. But we're also going to do something else. We're going to keep the structure very loose and open, which is how it went with Danielle. With Danielle. It's one of the reasons that I believe this shift came in for me, because we are going to trust the divine flow. We're going to trust the cosmic energies, because one of the things Danielle does is she offers pure grace light energy. These are sacred codes of light that will be brought into your field. They're going to go through you. We're going to get to hear it. We are going to connect in with beings like the Cosmic Mother, and we are going to bring all of this into a beautiful space and place in your energy field. We're also going to show you how to release energy blockages, realign and recalibrate, and renew your energy matrix. It doesn't need to take 20 sessions or 20 years. She did it for me one time. It was instantaneous, and I could feel that there was so much that I had given away to other people and to that person that came back to me, and what that person had implanted or given to me went back to them. This is something so wonderful. We're going to share and we're going to love, and I think we're going to laugh, and maybe we're going to tear up and cry out of joy. Let's welcome our guest, the amazing Danielle Brooks. And let me introduce you to her really quick through her bio. She is a creation singer. She's a mystic mentor. She's a healer. She didn't realize it, but her life had been in a slow motion free fall for a very long time. Then she was diagnosed with cancer and found herself at ground zero for 9/11. As she self-healed, pain was a patient teacher that taught her how to create a new path forward into joy. And in 2005, the being that I connected into through her work, Divine Mother, which we may all get to connect to today, it is going to be chilling and amazing, began to sing through Danielle. Now, Divine Mother began to weave intricate codes of creation. And these heart songs of the cosmos is what I felt that instantly healed my relationship. We've also seen stories where it's released people of pain very quickly, but they also do something else. They spark remembering. This divine energy and remembrance accelerates our evolution. Now, today, Danielle is a globe-trottering adventurer. She works extensively with people, land, and animals, and she draws a diverse background in things like psychic surgery. That's something I believe she did on me, shamanism, and faith healing. And over the course of many years, she's been trained and prepared to transmit light codes that recalibrate DNA, release trauma, and realign us to our divine power. And I remember the thing I said about those parts of me being reclaimed. That's what I feel came in. She also holds a PhD in human development and religion, and her greatest passion is creating a sacred space for your self-healing so that you can allow love to do what it does best. She says, you may not realize it yet, but no matter what you're going through, your greatest gifts have yet to come, and they are going to come from the deepest wounds that you are going to heal. The scars will become marks of beauty when Danielle is done. And I want to share this. Danielle shared with me privately that for 2 years she was absolutely silent, did not speak a word. For the last 7 years, she actually has been in a form of very limited communication. So I do stand corrected. She was not silent for 7 years, but for 2. And in the last 7, she's been very, very limited in communication. And this has allowed, I believe, these messages to come in stronger and stronger. I want to share what 2 people said real quick, and then we're going to jump in. A. Blake said, a whopping thank you. I was blown away. I have never heard music or singing or sounds like that, Danielle. It was it was otherworldly, feminine, very ancient, and incredibly wise. My heart practically exploded. It was so strong. Another person, A. Warner, said, last year I developed Dupuytren's contracture. It causes the tendons in the hand to seize up so the fingers become like a claw. After many, many healing modalities, I was beginning to think nothing would shift the pain or stop the growing tightening. Then I had a 40-minute long session with Danielle. As the sound healing washed over me, a presence that was ancient, wise, and gentle seemed to settle in all around me. The sounds coming in over the phone were otherworldly. Again, that word. And yet oddly familiar, comforting as a lullaby. I felt truly relaxed. 2 days later, my hands straightened, the tendons eased. Constant pain in my left hand has never, ever returned. We are going to figure out what is this otherworldly divine cosmic energy, and we're going to get started. So let's welcome Danielle to You After Evolution with a lot of love and light. Danielle, welcome.
Oh, hello. Thank you so much for having me, Darius, and hello, everyone. What an honor it is to be with you today.
Oh, thank you. I'm really excited. I know we don't have any particular order what we're going to do in terms of questions, but I
Yay.
at least want we're just going to go
I
with the flow.
I love that. Well, that's really what this is all about. This is what we're all at right now, isn't it? It's letting go of what we think we need to know, how we need to be, so that we can actually allow ourselves to be real, be true, and be in the flow of our life, in the divinity. Yeah. So yeah, let's jump into the flow together.
I absolutely adore this. Now, I know from your story that you self-healed from cancer. You lived through being at ground zero during 9/11 and many other experiences. Can you just take us back to some of that? What was going on in your life? What was happening when the situation like cancer came up?
Well, the cancer was really truly icing on the cake. In the sense that my life had been, as you said, in slow motion free fall for a long time. And I was completely unaware of it. But in the space of a very short amount of time, in fact, within a week, my marriage imploded. I was pregnant in the final trimester with twins, and I lost them. Family house burnt down, and everything that I knew as my security, my sense of self, and my visioning for life changed overnight. And this led into the cancer. And then after that, when I did have cancer, I was truly at that point at a place of feeling completely broken, and literally unable to get out of bed. And so I would say that I was in the depths of my own pain, and pain that I couldn't even understand. It wasn't one thing, it was all things. It was like my whole life had broken. And I look back on this time now with a different way, a different story, because I see it as an incredible catalyst. It was a turning point in my life, and it required me to surrender completely to what was wanting to be birthed and born through me. It meant surrendering what I thought my life was supposed to look like, what I wanted, and really it was the surrendering of what I wanted so that I could begin to focus on what I need rather than what I want.
Wow.
And when you focus, when you focus on what you need, now you're into your heart space, because you're not going into any concepts of who you think you're supposed to be, how you think you're supposed to show up in this world. All of that went away. I was living in Australia when all of this occurred, and I'll be very honest with you, I was ready to check out. I was completely ready to check out. And I had a real gift, because I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't face the world. And, what people were telling me to do was get up, you've got to move forward, and I also got laid off in the process of all of this. So people were saying you need, you're leaving your marriage, you're leaving this unhealthy dynamic, you need to get back up on your feet. But I couldn't get out of bed. I really couldn't.
Yes.
And the truth is, I was looking for ways to check out. And I contacted a woman that I knew to be very challenged and in a lot of pain, and she was an addict. And she said to me, because I was actually considering options of how I could terminate my life and make it look like it was it was an accident. And here's the thing. I contacted her and she said, Danielle, I was just thinking about you. I went to see this incredible Aboriginal healer, and she's turned my life around, and I'm off the drugs, and I know what you've been going through. You need to go and see her. And I thought, well, hell, who would have thought that was going to happen? So I went to see her, and I was with her for a day, and she looked at me, and she said very little that day, except two things I remember so strongly. She said, you're dying. I had stage 4 uterine cancer at the time. She said, you're dying fast, but you can heal yourself. You can heal yourself, and it's not about healing what you're going through now. You need to follow the thread back to the beginning, and you can do this. And that was for me a profound shift, because for the first time, someone was looking at me and they were saying that I had within me what I needed. They were saying that there was truth within me that would heal, and that it wasn't about becoming something else. It wasn't about seeking. It was about going in. So I chose to do exactly that. And I chose, for many reasons, to do only natural healing, because it was right for me. Not to say it's right for everyone, but it was essential for me. Yes. And interestingly enough, a near stranger contacted me and gifted me a plane ticket to New York City. And I left my home. I had less than $1,000 and 2 suitcases, and I ended up on Canal and Mott, in a little room, and I thought my life was, slowly going to come together, and that was a few days before 9/11. So that was also another perfect storm, in the sense that my life had been falling apart. The city was then falling apart. Right. And this was where I stopped being a victim. I stayed in New York, and it was the greatest thing I could do, because I went from being a victim to being a survivor to being a victor. I went from seeing myself as fearful and powerless to understanding that I have within me what you have and what each person on this call and every one of us has. Wisdom, truth within us that will guide us. And so that was the end of one life and the beginning of this. Yeah.
I love that. It's so blessed. And you mention a lot. I want to talk about the Divine Mother energy, because it seems I experienced some of this, and I know a lot of the people that have written to you have. But divine surrender, it's something maybe we don't talk about enough in calls like this. We tend to maybe focus a bit on transform the energy, heal the energy, but divine surrender has elements of all of this. But I want you to share with us what it is. What is divine surrender? How did it create miracles in your life?
Ah, divine surrender. Divine surrender. Well, let's start by saying that we are right now in a coming together of the ages.
Yeah.
What appears to be incredible breaking down and polarity is actually a binding. And there is nothing that binds us more than love. Love is the binding force of life. And one of the most creative approaches to transfiguring pain and truly elevating it is learning to nourish and infuse ourselves with love. And so when I talk about surrender, I'm talking about surrendering that sense of control that my mind feels it needs to have, so that I can allow the wisdom, the light of my essence, my soul to guide me. It means surrendering what I think I know so that I can open to the divinity of creation and love that has the ability to elevate and transform everything. Because whenever I am holding on to my pain, and my pain is deep, and I know my pain so very well, as we all do, but that pain is a filter that I see the world through, and it defines me. My pain defined my belief systems, and it started to define and create my reality. So I saw myself as a victim, and I created a world of being victim. Surrendering that created freedom. It created freedom from me in the sense of I let go of the attachment to these emotions and to these stories. It actually didn't make me weak to welcome and to surrender and to love. It made me strong. Because when I let go of those attachments, that freedom from the density, it creates openness. And when I am no longer seeing the world through this lens of pain, but I'm willing to stay open, even if I don't know what, I'm open to. Just by saying I know I have choice, and I choose love, and I don't know what that means, but I am open to love, then I'm no longer in this state of resistance. Openness creates new solutions. Openness creates new opportunities. It provides clarity that I never had. And openness allows for new paths forward. And it's that creates the miracle.
Wow, yes.
Love is inclusive. Fear and pain are exclusive. But when I can love my fear and when I can love my darkness, it transforms and is elevated into a profound wisdom. And it's a teacher. I see it as a teacher. And when I see it as a teacher, I grow. I become something else.
Wow, this is amazing and beautiful. We're getting a lot of questions. Danielle Temperance says, I love Danielle. She's the best. So they're all sending love to you, which is always a nice thing. You started connecting in, I would say, or singing through you came something called the Divine Mother. We talked about it on our session. I'm hearing a lot about this. I know you had 2 years of silence, 7 years of very limited communication. Tell me about this Divine Mother and the story of how this all started coming in through you.
Well, I began looking for ways to self-heal because of what I had gone through in 2001. Apart from the cancer, there was all the toxicity in the air and everything that I had breathed. And then there was also the trauma, the emotional trauma. So I began to look around and follow the pull of what drew me. So the pull would be working with all different types of healers. And I realized that in order to self-heal, I needed to learn how to do this. I needed how to give myself that gift. So I didn't enter this work to help anyone else. I entered this work so that I could literally get out of bed each day. And that journey took me to some truly extraordinary corners of this earth, deep into remote areas of the world, and with healers and teachers and elders who held a space of simplicity and love and faith. And I honored each and every one of them. And each one of them served and assisted and supported me in my ability to keep turning back to love every time I felt unworthiness, every time I felt doubt, every time I was terrified, every time I questioned. And one of these was a profound healer in the Philippines, Reverend Alex Sorbito. And I went there to be with him and to learn how I could embody this love. And it was with him in a very sacred cave on Easter weekend. We were in this profound cave, and we were in there over the weekend praying. And I went into a very heightened state of trance, and suddenly I was singing. Now, I have to say that for about a year before that, when I would open the energy and I would work, I would go into what looked like seizure. I would be shaking. It was god-awful to see. People had a lot of opinions about it. And I really was doubting and questioning myself. Why do I shake like this? It was like, it was like the energy coming through me. It was like the Hoover Dam coming through a garden hose. And it was quite an interesting process, and it was probably a little over a year. But while I was in that cave over the Easter weekend, suddenly, as I was shaking, my mouth flew open, and this incredible voice came through me of a woman, and I giggle now because I was like, gosh, she seems so little and so big, and she's like, she's got one tooth on the side of her mouth. And she was all love. She was all love. And she started to move through me and sing. And it was not me. It was not me. And so, of course, this was 2005. I'd not heard of light languages. I'd not heard of anything like this. And, if I thought I was questioning my past, let me tell you, this was the next level of divine surrender. I had been asking to serve my divine self. I had been focused on my soul and being a full expression of my soul. And so when this began to occur, it took me into the next step of surrendering and allowing this energy to flow through me. And this energy began with her, and it is the mother of the cosmos, the creation energy, the divine feminine of our multiverse from the beginning of time. And she is love. She is infinite love. And she sings the heart song of creation that creates all form. And with her are beings of light from the many mansion worlds of the divine. We know them by name. We know them as those without name. It matters not. I know them as love. And each one sings of frequency. Each one sings codes to enhance, to support, to spark our remembering that we are indeed loved and that we are born of the stars. And we are awakening from this sleepwalk of believing that we are only human. And we are so immersed in a soup of care, of divine light. And so they use me by singing through me that remembering, to spark within us our own heart song, to spark within us what we are choosing, what we are ready for. And Darius, I just want to say what you experienced with me in that session was perfect, whole, and complete, because your soul always wanted this. You wanted love between you and your family. You wanted to be an emissary of light, and that's what you are. And so there was this divine timing. It was your heart song to be and to hold this. And they responded, and they simply used me as the microphone. You see?
Yes, I do.
You as creator, you as creator called this forth. We are all creators, and we're awakening to this. And our prayers are always heard, and they are answered in divine timing. And that too is part of the surrendering that I have learned, which is I have to let go of the when, where, and how, and trust, simply trust, and keep staying open. Because there is a beautiful dance going on between us and around us and in us of oneness, that love that I speak of, that is that binding force of life. It's in us.
Yes, yeah. I could feel that. And, you know, I felt when the Divine Mother was singing, and I know there was a lot of other beings, you mentioned them, and I could see them gathering around, but it was very unique that the parts that I had given away or had allowed to be sort of, I don't know, misplaced for a little while, 47 years, maybe not that long, or that little time, but it was long enough.
Well,
came
you're
back,
eternal,
you know.
so.
It's eternal, so it's a blink of the eye, right? It's a little speck of life, as we all are. What do you find people experience? I mean, because one of the things that I said it myself, it was otherworldly, and then I looked at what other people were sharing in different comments and stories, and otherworldly kept coming up again and again, and this is very true. What do you see happen? What do people begin to experience when they start to feel these sacred songs come in? Do you have any knowledge of what you've kind of heard through the years?
Well, I'll tell you what I feel. May I start there?
Sure. Oh, yeah, please.
So here's the thing. No matter what challenges I'm going through, when the singing comes through me, I feel like crying. I feel like crying because there is so much love. It's just waves and waves and waves of love. And it is an honoring, and it is a celebrating, and it is 100% non-judgmental. So no matter what someone chooses, they are 100% supported in that choice. And this has been the greatest teacher for me that I keep coming back to, because I fall out of it. I judge myself. I judge, and then I remember as I sing, there is nothing that is out of place in this universe. Everything that exists has value. My pain has value. My challenges have value. My every teacher, however they come, has value. And that's what I feel in these songs. And I know that for others, as they feel this, there are often people who, they'll hear many of the different beings that come through, and it might stir up energy, but every once in a while there'll be one, and you can see people start tearing up, and they're like, it's like I knew exactly what they were saying, even though they're not speaking my so-called language. They're speaking directly to me, and the knowingness in my body is 100%. And what I love about that is it's a direct conversation. So what people feel and experience is a communication that is mutual. It's back and forth. Their soul communicating with the soul of this multiverse. And it's a back and a forth and a back and a forth conversation. And what I often find is that they will seed within someone dreams. They will seed within them the visioning. They will seed within them that which they are wanting to create. Knowing that as that person nourishes and plants more foundational love for themselves, as they do their work of turning in, and being kind and gentle and understanding to themselves, those seeds will sprout and they'll grow. So many times people will feel peace and transcendence in the moment, but it's actually in the weeks and in the months to come that all of a sudden they start to see the fruition. And I love that because it's co-creation, you know? Yes. We put out the call and the universe responds.
I love it. Well, this is fantastic. And I want to jump to a few questions people may be having, and I'd love to do some live Q&A, and we may not be able to get a full amount of time with each person, but we are going to do a 15-minute process with everybody here. So don't worry. We are going to do something very extended, but I want to get to a few callers, and we're just going to take them as they come. We've got Mary in Clearwater, Florida. She's a dear heart. I can feel her energy. She's at a 727 area code. And Danielle, would you just, maybe one big question that Mary has, or what would you like to know from Mary before I unmute her?
I would love for Mary to just share what her heart needs most.
Okay, Mary, you're on.
If that's
How
possible.
Are you today? Yeah.
Hello?
Mary? Yes.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi. So I have a lot of health issues, and they're severe and they're chronic. And, I basically spend my whole life helping and giving, but needless to say, when all was said and done, I didn't have the help and support. And my family has been very traumatic my whole life, to the point where there's no contact at this point. So I literally have zero help and zero support with all my health issues that have just been unending, and there's no remedy in sight because the doctors are just symptom treating. And this has been going on for over 10 years.
Mary, can I ask you to just close your heart? Sorry, not your heart. Close your eyes, sweetheart. Close your eyes. And I want to invite you to just place your hand on your heart and breathe into this beautiful heart of yours. And I see you. I see the caregiver in you. I see the way that you serve. I see the way that you love. There is a tremendous amount of love in what you put into this world. And I ask of you, Mary, are you ready to receive that love?
Yes.
For in the giving, have you given to yourself?
No.
No.
I didn't know how, and I was never learned or was taught that, basically. I realized it as an adult, but not as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So when my father died 10 years ago is when I said, who's me? I didn't even know who I was. There wasn't me.
I remember the first time when someone said to me, Danielle, you just need to learn to love yourself. And I remember thinking, what on earth does that mean? Mm-hmm. What on earth does that mean? So loving yourself, this is where we're at. And your body, through all of its physical expressions, is crying out for that love. For you to stop withholding from yourself. And to see that the pain inside of your body is a cry for attention and care and gentleness and kindness and compassion. And so I ask of you, Mary, here's a prayer I pray with you, and we're going to hold you in this transmission today, all of us. For you represent so many of us, the caregivers, the light workers, who have allowed love and light to flow through us, but have never truly understand what it means to being wildly open to receiving. And I ask you to breathe into your heart right now, Mary. And say after me, I choose.
I choose.
With the power of God that I am.
with the power of God that I am,
with the light of God that I am,
with the light of God that I am,
with the love of God that I am,
with the love of God that I am,
to open to more joy and kindness than I have ever experienced,
to open to more joy and kindness that I've ever experienced.
I choose to receive all that honors me,
all that honors me,
all that blesses me,
all that blesses me,
and I choose to receive all that I am entitled to,
all that I am entitled to,
and I know how to share beautifully.
and I know how to share beautifully.
I am ready to open to myself.
I am ready to open to myself.
And to listen to my heart.
And to listen to my heart.
Just breathe into your heart, Mary. And I want you to ask your heart right now, out loud, what does Mary need most now?
What does Mary need most now?
What's the first thing your heart shares?
That's where I struggle. I've asked myself that before, and that's what I can't figure out. It's like there's a block there or something.
So as you breathe into your heart, what was the first sensation that came up? Don't question, don't judge.
Peace.
What? Yes, thank you. You got it, sweetheart. You got it. Peace. It's peace. Peace be in me. Breathe peace up into your mind. Just bring your focus onto the word, the energy of peace. Breathe it up into the mind and bless it with peace. And on this next breath, breathe all the way down into your feet. Peace. Peace be within me. And as you exhale, allow the peace to flow through you. Wrap your arms around yourself right now, Mary. Breathe in peace into your heart. Peace be in me as I seed it now. I choose peace with the divinity that I am to open. You have heard the first communion with your heart. It calls for peace. May you hold peace today in our work, knowing that we are reflecting peace to you. Breathe into your heart, beautiful one. Gohodo chemalo signora si para chuni kulo cholo no royera marai sin chai toche kulo marai sia o teata eata vetinano tola They don't know. Shawala shere chijuja otoro. Take a deep breath in, beautiful one. You believe there to be a block, but there is no block. It is simply the fear in the mind. Bless it with peace. Bless it with peace. You have within you such a light. Breathe into your heart, Mary. This question that we have asked you to ask is a simple one. Ask it every day. Ask it always. Ask your heart, what does Mary most need now? And we use your full name because it is important that it's not, what do I need now? Because that brings us back up into the mind. And in the mind, there is limitation. There's uncertainty. But in the heart, oh, Mary, your heart is big. In the heart there is wisdom. There's a depth. Breathe into that heart with your hands there. It is already inside you. You heard it. Peace. And so when your heart speaks, then you would ask, how may I create peace in my life now, in this moment? And whatever you do, peace is your focus. And in this way you begin this conversation with your heart. In this way you open the dialogue to be receptive and listening, because the heart speaks in soft, subtle ways. Often it is a word, quiet. And every time you ask your heart, what does Mary most need? What you are saying is, I love you. What you are saying is, I care about Mary, and I am ready to know what Mary needs. And every time you are engaging with your heart in this way, your heart grows, and your ability to hear your heart grows, and the communion becomes clearer. It's like running a marathon. You don't decide to run a marathon without ever having trained. What does Mary most need is the question that will train you to listen. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
It does. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
How you feeling, Mary?
I love it.
I feel relieved because I've been in a lot of despair. And, what my head's been telling me is I need peace and joy, but I wasn't really feeling that. And so that's what came out when you asked me what my heart needs now. But I actually had a big smile across my face, which I've been finding that hard to do. And the funny part is that I laugh a lot.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I love you, Mary.
We love you. Oh, wow.
Thank you so much. You guys are great.
May I
Oh, my gosh.
One last thing I want to share with you, Mary. This love and this peace, place it everywhere that you feel pain in your body. Bring the peace there. You are powerful. Peace be in the pain. Peace be in the way that you cradle it. And in the work today, place your hands where you feel the pain. Know that in your attention of peace, you are blessing peace. And in this way, you are nourishing Mary. This is love in action, my friend. Yeah. And this you know how to do so well.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, Danielle, that was so glorious. And I want to maybe be cognizant of time because we're going to be doing a live process. So many of you who have something going on in your life, we're going to be using a transforming pure grace light, and we're going to be sharing some of these sacred codes of light with everybody here. So tell us a little bit really quick, if we need to, Danielle, what we're going to do for the group, and then we can begin, I believe.
Okay, wonderful. Well, as I was saying, this is a co-creation, and it's so exciting that we're doing this together. Everyone who is on this call, everyone who is going to be listening to this call, because there's no space and time in this eternal love. All of us are connected. And as we enter into this process, we are supporting one another. We are this incredible circle of love. And so in this process, it's important for people to know two things. One, they are receiving, they are supported, and that we initiate our own holding, our own process. And so we need you to step in. You need yourself to step in and open the door. And you're going to do this in the guided meditation. So we're going to begin with a guided meditation that will allow you to actively engage. And while you're actively engaging, I'm going to open the energy and allow Source to move through, as Source is going to want to move through, and all these beams of light will work with us. And so I've actually chosen a guided meditation that is not mine. It was given to me, and I only just found out you can get it online, and it's free, and it's from a website, I believe, called Meditate Today. And I'm going to read there because it's beautiful, and they've offered this. But this will allow you to engage while I open the energy.
Yes.
And then the singing will occur, then the codes of lights. And so the first part will be you feeling into your body, and then the second part will simply be receiving, getting wrapped up in divine love. So in order for you to do this, it would be delightful for you to be someplace quiet. I giggle as I say that. I'm in a garden. But allow yourself to settle somewhere, and if you can, use headphones. Allow yourself to be immersed in this experience. And I just also want to say that as much as you are doing this work on yourself, and it is your own unique work, we're here. We love you. You are supported by this community. You are supported by this love. You are supported by all the myriad of people around the world who are also diving deeply in to birth that love within themselves. And so we stand together as one. I want to invite you now to relax and close your eyes. We have spoken today of surrender. Surrender brings us closer to the oneness of creation. There are so many things in our lives and in this world right now that we cannot change. Resisting and fighting it is futile. As creator energy, creation needs surrender, because the surrender brings us to openness openness brings us to freedom. Freedom brings us to ascension and creation. Surrender is the key to truly transforming your life. Well, as I was saying, accepting what is doesn't make us weak, it makes us strong. Because we're letting go of the attachment to the things that we cannot change. I want to invite you, as you close your eyes, to bring up into your mind's eye something in your life that you cannot change, but you so wish you could. It could be something from your past. It could be something that you are currently living with. It could be so vast you feel powerless, and it is dear to your heart. Bring this forth in your mind, and as you breathe, feel it, see it inside of you. That which you cannot change, but so dearly wish you could. Let all the different parts of it come up in you. Allow yourself to feel and to see all the emotions that you feel that are connected with it. Breathe in. See the fear. Feel that fear in you. Let it arise. Breathe in and see the frustration. Allow it its space. Let it arise. Is there anger in you? Allow that anger to come up. Oof, there's a fury in that anger. It is welcome here too. Feel it in your body. And do you feel sadness? Is there a grief within you around that which you cannot change? Can you let this come up too? Can you allow all of these feelings to be felt? Can you give them space here in this circle? You are held in love. You are cradled in love. These feelings are alive in you, and we honor them by letting them come up. Let them be felt. Let them be seen. Let them be heard. Allow them to be. And I invite you now to go back into the fear, and let us begin with fear. Tap into the fear inside of you. Notice where it is in your body. You might want to place your hands there. Allow that fear to rise. Bring it all up. All the fearful thoughts and all the fearful feelings, the ones that you don't even want to recognize, the ones you suppress. They're so hard. Let them come up. And as they come up in you, I want to invite you to bring your arms up. Lift your arms up above you and open your palms up and say out loud, I let go. I let go of the fears surrounding what I cannot change. I release them now. I bless them. Allow them to move up through your arms and out your palms. Breathe in. And as you exhale, just relax your arms back down. And take a deep breath in. Now let us feel into the frustration. Oh, it is something to feel powerless with that which we cannot change, and we so want to change, but we cannot. Can you allow the frustration inside of you to build and grow? Notice it. You might notice there are colors, there's movement. Just observe it. Honor it. This frustration is alive in you. And it is very real. Allow it to come and immerse yourself in frustration right now. Let it move through you. Let it build and let it build and let it build and let it build, and raise your arms up again. Palms up. And out loud, I let go of the frustration. I release this frustration around what I cannot change. I surrender and accept what is. I allow this frustration to move through me. I allow it to flow uninhibited. I allow it to move. All that I cannot change, I allow this to flow through, and I surrender and accept what is. And as you exhale, allow your arms to release back down and relax. And again now, take another deep breath. And I ask of you now, let us go deeper. Let's bring up the anger. There is anger in you. This anger around what we cannot change and we so wish we could. Can you allow this anger to come now? Can you feel its heat? Can you feel its power? Can you feel the flames of it? Can you feel the fury and the rage? Can you allow this to move through you? Breathe in, breathe into it. Let it build like a flame. Allowing this anger to grow and to grow and to grow as you allow it its space. And when you are ready, breathe in, let it rise up. Raise your arms up and clench your fists so tight. Feel the hot fury in your hands and in your arms. Hold it tight. Let it build. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, open your fists and release it. I let go. Say it. Allow it to move through you. I let go, I let go, I let go. I release this anger. I release this rage. I release and I allow it to flow through me. I accept and I surrender what I cannot change. May it move through me. May it flow uninhibited. Breathe. Let it move through you. And when you are ready, allow your hands to gently come back down. And take another deep, slow breath. Fill yourself with the breath of light. And now let us move into the sadness. Let us bring up the sadness and the tremendous grief. Let us bring up the deep woundedness and the hurt. And I invite you to place your arms around yourself. Wrap your arms around yourself. Feel the sadness. Can you bless and comfort it with your arms, giving yourself that tenderness and that kindness as you feel the sadness? And you may say out loud, I'm sad. I'm so sad. But I'm okay. I'm sad. I'm sad about what I cannot change. But I'm okay. I am okay. Letting go of this sadness, letting go of this hurt, allowing it to flow through me like a river. The release, it gives me strength. Acceptance gives me power. It's a power over my emotions. Surrender gives me freedom. I feel all of this, but I am okay. For I am liberating myself. I am allowing my attachment to these things to flow through me. I am choosing freedom. Freedom from what I cannot change. Freedom from my past. Freedom from my story. Freedom from fear. Freedom from frustration. Freedom from anger. And freedom from sadness. I surrender all of this unto the divine within me and all around me. And I surrender into peace. I surrender into the freedom from all negativity surrounding what I cannot change. My life is my own creation. And with the divine power that I am, with the divine light that I am, with the divine love that I am, with all that is eternal in me, I center myself now in my heart. And I invite you, you may keep your arms cradling yourself, or you may place your hands on your heart, or anywhere you feel needs this love. And as you do this, welcome the wonder of love. Welcome the wonder of peace, of harmony. Welcome the wonder of kindness. May it fill me now. May I be renewed and restored. Peace be within me. In my every breath, I choose to surrender the need to control that which I cannot change and open myself now to the source creator, to creation, to the love that binds all life. I open myself to the mystery and the beauty of love, infinite love. May it flow into me. May it flow through me. May it carry me. And may the love of every one of my brothers and sisters and all those who so seek to feel this peace within them, this light, may we all feel the love that is one within us, that holds us sacred and cherished, a love without end, a love so pure, a love so bright, a love within everything, for I am this love within me. I am love, made manifest in form. Amen.
Avarere semicialo veio voglio fele mi porare in guarda nyala dere ra voglio Olin chanda raro pananeyu o tere tere rahatai Ojo no lo yo, ma voi mi corroge vai, voletta tutti ta esaita, volotare praro Utormero mi piaro la vanocchia, o domanda nai no, awe tu io la, awe o io malo nai apate, oina nai milai, oina ela nai raru. We tera papa you wapale oh you saniti tau oh you lahi urura la teita oh ma fewela mo bewa Eura matira la bara mionai, Agurirararade ayatai. Ore madazi viridu letayo. Aore pai ihayo. Okura marvera nambalejo itani varaeto. Evaeto. Utana zaya manderaya. Oi kasayo tuye kolo yini mavoda wolo no manyana no siniga olore panumana me bobo ano vebanana o yene nanai wabesi lo matalo yewo Yigichayo nyumano lo tuni mawe to idiu ke jafulo mora reginyavo de manolo ta nyoa ishijado emikalo derada dono la nani Hola, no. Uy, me llano, ama paso de lo, tiñana, llevalo, visitano. Llamo polo, llamo tara, tiño alo me voy a matar. Vigiato. Llama el amorore, jabachini varona, no la manine, yo vodoro ma hora machanane, haroma bajone, inala, vigiaro. Vigirano, no, yeah, Vigiano, el mano, nora, uraratayo, Vigiayo. Breathe in, beautiful ones. Breathe in and feel the energy of creation. It is alive, and all creation sings. All creation sings through you, with you, and in you. For we are one. And this, my sweet, beautiful truth, this you are born of, for you are love made manifest in form. And these blessings are your birthright. May you know yourself as love. May you know yourself as love. May you know yourself as free to be light. Amen. Whew. I don't know if you can hear this, but all of a sudden I have cats and cicadas all around.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
They're all singing.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so
Deep
amazing.
breath, beautiful. We thank you for the love that is within all.
Wow. I'll let everybody slowly come back and just realign back to here where we are in this dimension, as I know this takes us out very far. Wow. I want to hear from all of you. What are you feeling? What is happening in your world reality right now? We'd love to hear from you at uwealthrevolution.com/ now. Let us know. And as you share and let people know what you're feeling and what's coming forward, the energies that you share come out, and as they transmit out onto our airwaves, they reach people all over the world and create a vibratory shift and a wave that goes out forever. So we love to hear it. Oh, Danielle, it's just amazing. I could feel, as we were moving through some of those emotions, I could feel people kind of resisting, like, no, I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be, sad. And then I could feel people saying, no, I'm going to just be. I'm going to actually surrender a little bit of that. I'm going to open up and just be. And then I felt these waves begin to leave of anger and frustration and so many of the sadness energies. And then it was just bliss. So amazing. I'm just in awe of it all. And I am so excited we got to share it. Let us know what you're feeling. uwealthrevolution.com/now. One person already wrote in, deepest divine gratitude for sharing your light. Odile, I jerked and I yawned and I shed tears. Another person wrote in and said, amazing, amazing, feeling huge love. Thank you, Danielle. It is the best. So as these are coming in, another person, wow, I cried and cried. Says Nicole, so much came up that I wasn't expecting, and now I feel so full of love. Thank you, Danielle. You've helped me again. I love you so much. Nicole from Michigan. I don't know if you know her or not, but she's very pleased. I guess we all know each other.
I'm so happy we all know each other, and I just want to say, the anger, the frustration, the sadness, the fear, it has its divine place. And we often feel like we have to suppress it or that it's negative, and it isn't. It's just, there's a wisdom in there, There's a wisdom, and when we can allow it to come up and acknowledge it and just ask, what is there here for me to see? What is there here for me to learn and to understand? That is love, and that transmutes it. It's just when we hold these energies inside of us, it keeps us weighed down. It keeps us attached. And so feeling them, seeing them as a teacher, working with them, and allowing them to move through us allows us detachment, and that detachment is love without condition. And so everything serves in that place. That is unconditional love. And so if you feel these feelings, listen to this recording and allow it to come up. Honor it. Let it sit with you as long as you need to, and then let it move through you, because it will bless you with a wisdom. It will bless you with an understanding and clarity. Use all of it, for all of it exists in creation to serve us in our expansion as creators, in the choices that we make, in choosing whatever will be real for you. I personally often feel tremendous fear. It's kind of like my travel compadre.
Yes.
And I've given up trying to fight it. It's just there. It's in the seat next to me. I know that when it's coming up, for me, it's letting me know that I probably am excited about something, but I have limiting beliefs.
Right.
So I have to meet my fear and say, aha, I see you. You have space here. I recognize you. I'm going to sit with you. And I wait. I wait for the guidance. And then I surrender it. I surrender.
Yes. I want to share a few more comments. There are a lot coming in and some beautiful testimonies just flying in. Eleni, I guess that's how we would say it, says, sacred session, wow. Rosa Marie in Spain, wow, this was a powerful emotional release. Yes, Darius, at first I resisted, but it was a surrender to the process. Tears kept flowing. Thank you. Another person, Donna. So many more came in. Marga, I just released so many emotions. I released fear, frustration, sadness. Donna said, thank you, Danielle, for the most wonderful birthday present. I cried and released so much. I feel like a new person. Another person, my right leg shook and trembled as if to release something from my knee, and then I felt something pulling the energy out and from my knee. This is Iris in the UK, it looks like. Marlos, she wrote in from the Netherlands, Amsterdam. Amazing, Darius and Danielle. Lots of crying and yawning. I felt the waves, the energies. Thank you so much. Another person, this was beyond anything, says Carly. Nicole, I cried and cried. So much came up that I wasn't expecting. I feel so full of love. Amazing. So there's a bunch more coming in. I just want to say, I know they're going to be coming in for the next 30 minutes. It's just an incredible energy that comes in. And Danielle, I know for many people here who are hearing this, it's just an amazing. I mean, I told people when they got here to just think about this day and think about what it'll feel like to be in contact with these energies, because I do feel they change so much, this divine mother and this divine cosmos. But I also know you do personal work with people, and that's your big gift in the world. And I want to talk about this because I've been for a lifetime trying to resolve this issue, trying to feel the calm and the worthiness. And I've done a lot of work around it with this family member, but in a very short period of time, it was one session, it shifted for me. I think people are getting a taste, and some people have had shifts already. They maybe don't need anything. But for those that want more and they want to experience you one-on-one, I know that it's going to be something that will be a big gift for anybody who answers the call to go deeper. And I know it supports your life's work. Let's talk a little bit about it, because we have a package here at uwealthrevolution.com/Danielle, DANIELLE18. We're also going to create the page /light, LIGHT 18, to get a 45-minute session with you. And this is going to be tailored creation codes to your specific needs. And you are going to get a transmission of love from your master guides and the cosmic mother and many other beings of light, just like I did. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing here for people, because I know there are a lot that are, of course, curious and just wanting to hear more about this beautiful opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. So 45 minutes is, let's be very honest, it's a very brief amount of time. But in that time, my joy and my excitement is to meet you with what you are most needing. And so I ask people to really sit and prepare, because you're the healer. You are the healer. And so the way that we can really go deep and dive deep, because it's not about time, it's about openness. And I ask people to really prepare before they meet, to choose what is it that they most need. What is alive for them? And let their soul guide them, because these sessions, I serve your soul. I serve the divinity in you. And so for you, Darius, it was coming up very strong. And when I asked you, what do you need, you were able to articulate it. And so everything that you've done brought you to this precipice of this place where you were able to fully receive. And so in this private session, and I have to say, as I'm talking, these cicadas are going on me. I've never heard them.
Isn't that amazing? I'm hearing this. I thought it was feedback, but these are the cicada animal. Now, people don't know, but this is very symbolic. Danielle is in Brazil, and we didn't say that, but this is happening. She's in Brazil, and now they stopped. I have no words.
I've never heard them like this, and I'm blown. And I have 2 street cats that are here trying to get on my lap. It's just like, I guess they're feeling all the love that we're creating, and this call is amazing. All these people. But
they stopped with me. I guess they don't like me because they're like, oh, we stopped. When Danielle starts talking, they're singing. I thought it was feedback on the line. I was thinking, oh, that's so interesting. And those were the cicadas, those beautiful little green. Oh my goodness. Okay, keep going. I'm just amazed.
I'm blown away as well. This is really going. It's kind of wild.
There they go.
They're going again. So yes, the 45-minute session I'm really excited about because I want to create a space with you to really help you step into your heart and for your heart song to be activated and for what is in your highest truth and highest alignment to be honored and sung through for you. So that's what I'm wanting to do in these sessions. So I really ask people beforehand, feel in, pray, see what your soul is wanting to activate. And then when we meet, we're going to sing it. We're going to honor it. We're going to love you up.
Does that sound good? Yeah, does that sound good, everyone? It sounds good to me. I've experienced it. It is amazing. And it could be really anything. It could be what is our, people may want to connect to divine wisdom. You also do psychic surgery. Now, I know the story of the person with the hand tendon issues, but I don't know anything else. Tell me a little bit about that, because you did not do that with me, obviously, but it was more of an emotional healing. But what are you seeing in the physicality side?
Well, psychic surgery is I have spent a tremendous amount of time in Brazil and in the Philippines. It was the foundation of my training. And so everything that is physical, emotional, and mental is released. All of it brings density into the body. And so in this work, when I was learning to do the work that I'm doing, I actually found that I was very gifted. When I was learning to self-heal, I found I was gifted in this modality of work. And what occurred when the singing started to come through me in 2005 was the realization that the singing was the vibratory medicine, and that I would engage with it and utilize all that I had been trained and worked in, and we would magnetize it out of people through the voice. And so, yes, there is psychic surgery going on. And yes, in these sessions, I know I don't say all that you'll receive because it's infinite what you can receive. It depends on the individual. So when an individual comes to me and says, I want to clear transgenealogical patterns, ancestral healing, fine, beautiful, we work there. Or if you're coming in saying, I have an incredible pain in my body, then we're going to go into the root cause of that. It's like, for me, the cancer was never the issue. What was the issue? What was the foundational root within that? And for myself, it was deep-seated trauma, pain, feeling lack and less than, unworthiness. And so we work on all levels because we're working at the soul level. So you might receive clarity on the root cause of illnesses. You might receive activation to heighten your intuition, or as Mary did today, the ability to speak with her heart. That is going to open you to your inner knowingness. In essence, the work is to expand our connection so that you yourself develop your direct connection with your divine wisdom, because it's all inside you.
Yes, I love it.
I'm the telephone. I'm the microphone for the cosmos that's singing through.
Yes. And this Divine Mother and the energies that come through, and now the cicadas stop because of me, but that's okay. They're codes of creation. So they're like, we're going to take a break. He's talking. They're codes of creation. So whatever it is you want to work on, there have been people with stories of release of bodily discomfort. I shared the story from A. Warner and so many others that are able to actually experience profound relief, much like mine and many others. A lot of people saying it's unworldly, otherworldly, deeply transformative, but there's more, because in addition to getting a chance to work one-on-one with Danielle, if you wish, that would be package B on this page. It supports her work. And the show, there's much more, because you're also going to be doing for everybody who signs up in any of the packages, including package A, you have a very, very powerful opportunity to get a session where the group, 90-minute group call with Danielle will be taking place. And here she is going to be working with all of you that go deeper into this package. So I want to make one point that no matter what, you are going to be supported at a very, very deep level. And Danielle, one of the things I'm really excited about is the recording people are going to get of their call with you one-on-one. That's package B. If people want to get package A, what are you going to do in the 90-minute group call?
Whoa, that's a good question. And I love how the Chicatas. Well, actually, they were singing for you. I mean, they're singing for all
good.
of us. I think, yeah. And I just have to say, the end of that transmission, that was the mother saying, "We are all one." And so here we have all nature singing with us, which I love. So yes, private sessions, you get an MP3, so you can continue to work with that. And in option number 1, we're going to do a group event called True to Soul. And in this call, we're going to be looking at exploring ways of what does truth, what does real, being authentic mean for you. And we're going to, what I would love is for people to bring their questions, and so that we can go deeper into their questions and answers and create a group participation, because so often when we're doing this work, we have a lot of questions afterwards, and I would love to be available for people so I can answer that in real time. And we're also going to do another process, and in this process, it will be to amplify your energy and to create an abundant joy now. And to be completely honest with you, apart from that, I haven't got a clue. Because I show up and I just let it flow through. But this is really, truly, I'm excited because we're doing this December 8th. The energy is going to be very different. We are coming to the culmination of a creation year on the verge of 2020. So I'm very excited to know by that point, people who will have purchased this package will have been working with the recordings. And I'm excited to know where they're at, because where they're at is going to gauge what we will do. Yes. Because this is always the work that I embody is a work of supporting you with where you're at now. So this will be exciting because it's going to be practical and soul level support to anchor in this whole new way of living that we call 5-dimensional living. But really, truly, it's oneness. Yeah. So we're going to do that. And as I said, in that package, option 1, you also, and I'm really excited about this, you have four recordings that I recorded in sacred sites around the world, that are songs of creation from Gaia, from Mother Earth, as well as our star elders, and as well as the elemental realms, and also primordial deities. A lot of what I do is
I've been going through it now, but they're going to get more than I had, because I had the amazing one-on-one session. But now we're talking about sacred sites, and you actually are singing these songs of creation and divine codes from these sites: Greece, Hawaii, Sedona, Monument Valley. These are all going to be transmitted through on these recordings to begin to align people into this new harmonic 50 earth, into the harmonic field, the resonance of it. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. It's all packaged in.
I've been excited about this and creating this so that people could use it. They are literally field recordings. Songs of Divine Surrender, for example, that was recorded in a subterranean temple at Anahola, which is Anahola, Kauai, Hawaii. Now, Kauai is the oldest of the Hawaiian islands, and it's also called the motherland. In Tibetan scriptures, and the 14th Dalai Lama refer to it as the navel through which all souls enter this world.
Right.
And I was brought there for 3 weeks this spring to sing my own surrender songs, and to sing these surrender songs in the heart of the epicenter of where souls enter this world. that is that recording. And I'm excited to make that available. Another one is the Ancient Ones, and this one is beautiful. This was recorded in Monument Valley and the Sacred Rocks of Arizona. It's an incredible recording that ignites sacred remembering of life lived in harmony, compassion, and balance. These are the songs of star elders as well as the ancestral ones, the Anasazi. The Anasazi were the people who lived there before the Navajo. And it is an incredible tenderness, and it helps to clear pain and grief.
Beautiful.
The next one is Alchemy of Fire, and this one, oh my God, I almost singed my eyebrows off with this one. I sang the fire. So this was created in Sedona, Arizona. Now we know Sedona is so potent with its vortices, and I was brought there in February, and it was, you know, the biggest snowstorm they'd had in 100 years, and so I built this enormous fire to try and keep me warm, and the fire is the one that sang through me. And it's an alchemical fire. These are the keepers of the flame. They offer purification, transmutation, and accelerated change to really discover the incorruptible gold of our soul. And I love this one so much because my work is about alchemical transmutation, taking pain and turning it into peace, into light, into love. So this was recorded in Sedona, and it holds that essence, and it holds the essence of the elements of fire to truly transform what needs to be transformed and released so that you can renew. And then the next one, this was interesting. Oh my. The next one is called When the Heart of a Mountain Sings. Let me tell you, this one was recorded at a prehistoric Acropolis in Greece. And you know, the Greeks are so old. An ancient Acropolis is ancient. A prehistoric one is another thing altogether. And so it was in the middle of a cyclone, and it was September last year, and I was guided to climb to the top of a mountain in the middle of a cyclone, and the mountain is Exomburgo, and it was crazy. And I got up there and I sat down and I recorded 3 different transmissions. The first one and the third one, you can't even hear me. The wind is so unbelievable. And yet the middle one, I think at some point you can hear a fly go by. You cannot hear the fact that it changed.
Interesting.
And this is the song of the mountain deities, the Urea. Urea are the primordial gods. And it literally is 3 layers of the mountain singing. And it's incredibly grounding, rejuvenating, and powerful. And it is the codes of the sacred masculine energy. And I have to tell you, Darius, this for me was a game changer, because never in my life had I connected to the sacred masculine in this way. And it is like a lullaby. It is so beautiful. And his message was, rest in my peace. When there are winds of chaos, when you just feel totally blown away by all the change, where you feel uncertain and ungrounded, let me sing into you the peace. For I am a mountain and I am ancient. And I am a mountain strong, so place your feet firmly upon me, and hear my song, that it move through you, that it breathe in you the knowing and the remembering that I am here, I am strong, and you stand in me, for we are one. We are one. Connect with my power. And that is what that recording brings.
Fantastic. Well, that is all part of the first package, including live group help for anyone who goes deeper into that. That's going to be happening, True to the Soul, Creating the New You, and Package A, which includes all of that, including these amazing primordial sounds and beautiful divine channeled activations, is 57% off of a $294 value. It's $127. And Package B is the 45-minute private session with Danielle. This is what I had, and it is incredible. There have been stories upon stories of what comes through as people get their own divine power and divine cosmic mother transmission, and also the master guides coming through. You know, Danielle, I opened my eyes during that session, and I saw, like, all of these guides standing in a circle. That was kind of one of the things that I started to feel, and then I saw it for a moment, closed my eyes, and then I saw it again as they were closed, and each one of them started coming through. It was an incredible, incredible experience. People are going to be getting that for the number one thing that they feel they need help with. And if you say, I don't even know, Danielle, what to work on, just feel into it. It will come forward like it did today for Dear Mary. That package is 64% off. A $547 value. It's $197, and if you want to save your place or save your seat, I know these may go quick. It is you can do that for just $99 in one installment, and then another one in 21 days. It's at uwealthrevolution.com/Danielle DANIELLE 18, and then I also think we're going to create a link uwealthrevolution.com/light 18. Hopefully that's available, but you just have to look for the button under the player. And really quick, Danielle, I know we've got a bonus between now and Sunday at midnight, and I want to get to some more questions and comments, so maybe just another 8 minutes. But you have a gift that anyone who goes deeper is going to get, Blessing My I Am Presence. So I'll let everyone know that is a divine gift. I got to ask you, Danielle, I mean, people ask me how is this different. I'll say, well, she's helped me in 47 years to resolve this one issue, and it is tangibly different. It is not I feel better, I felt happy after it was done, but still waffling. It feels like a completely different relationship, human being, and awareness. You've done something that I've been working on for a very long time. How is this different if somebody is wondering? Maybe they've done a lot of healing or work. How would you say it's different?
Oh, that is such a good question. I have no idea. I'll be very honest. I have no idea.
I have no idea. That's good.
I know that it takes, there are 3 elements to this work. Very simple. There's you and your ability to show up. There's me and my ability to show up. And there's Source. And Source always shows up. And so I'm in the mystery of it all as well. I know one thing. There's tremendous love. And it is my joy. It is my absolute joy to hear the shifts in your voice and to hear people that are opening up to their own love and opening up to the light within them. So I show up that way. And if anything, I'm just inviting you to show up for yourself and know that you have within you what you need. And you might know it tangibly right away, or it may take time, but it matters not. Because if you are simply opening this door, we're here, and there is only love. There's only love. This is all I know.
I want to share the words of Paul, who wrote into you, and it looks like he said, this was easily the most generous and powerful outpouring of divine love I have ever had the good fortune to receive. And I love that you say this is already in you. It's not Danielle that's bringing you the divine love. We're just communing into that love. And you know, Danielle, you're the conduit. You took me there. You even said, no, Darius, you created this. So this is what it's about. Another person, V. Cote, said, our session was so monumental that my whole world shifted in so many wonderful ways I could not possibly list them all here. I do believe that. I've felt it, and I'd just love to bring this to our audience as just a divine gift and a way to experience it. Take a look at uwealthrevolution.com/Danielle 18, And I'm going to jump real quick to the questions, if they are any, or anything else anyone else wants to share. One person wrote in and said, wow, thank you. So many emotions released. Thank you. Thank you. I've released it all. Thank you so much, says Marga. Another
Yay,
person.
Marga!
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Just amazing. Well, I want to do this. I want to give you just a final moment for anybody going through a very challenging time today, or really feeling maybe like we all do at some points, hopeless. When you and I connected, I told you, God, what a weird last 4 days it's been. I feel like the foundations of my ground have been all shaken, and I didn't think this would come up again. And you just held me in that space. So I just want to give you the final words of encouragement, perhaps, for people who may be feeling that right now. What would you say to them?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. It's okay to be feeling what you're feeling. It's okay for you to question and to feel uncertain. Can you be with it? Can you allow yourself the kindness that you probably can offer to others so much easier than you can offer to yourself? To allow whatever is coming up for you to be here, because there is a reason, and often it is above and beyond what we can understand. And beneath it, there is love, and the love is bringing it up. The love is bringing it up so that you can feel it, so that you can journey into the wisdom, so that you can transmute what it is that you do not choose. Often in this life, we experience the greatest capacity to transform by being that which we no longer choose. So we go so deep into the pain so that we can know it from the inside out and bring the gift of light into it and allow that light to birth something completely new. It's okay to be where you're at. I will tell you, I have struggled, I have cried, I have surrendered, I have given up, and I have felt hopeless so often. And it is not that it goes away, but it is an ability that expands, where you grow the love so that you can put your arms around that and say, this too has truth. This too has wisdom, and this too shall pass. And in that ability to expand into that love, that creation does birth miracles. It's not by rejecting the parts of you that you don't love. It is by embracing them and knowing that they have a place, that they are not what defines you. They are a part of you. You are light. And when we can stand in that truth and allow what we are feeling to come up and allow ourselves to be held, to be cradled, to receive blessings, that we in turn may bless ourselves and we in turn may hold others, because we do this together. We really do. Our journeys are inward, they are personal, and we walk a unique path, each one of us. We are learning. We are learning to open and listen and follow our hearts. We are learning to feel what has been suppressed, rejected, and distorted for eons, and we are allowing it to flow through us. We are the change makers. We are here to bring light where there has been darkness, and we must allow the darkness to be surrounded by our light. And in this way, we are all changing and becoming truer, more expansive expressions of love.
Thank you.
It has been such an honor. It's been such an honor to be with you I want to thank everyone for your time today. I want to thank you for your presence. And I want you to know that we couldn't do this without each and every one of you. It is an honor for me. I spend so much of my time in silence to come into community and to be amazed, to be wondered at the beauty of all the diversity that is all love. So thank you.
Oh, thank you, Danielle. It was truly amazing. That is Danielle Brooks. Just unbelievable session, a ton of love, and I hope those words landed perfectly for each of you, and you know you're worthy. If you want to experience this one-on-one yourself, this is her divine work in the world. It supports what she does, and it obviously is so valuable. It's been a gift to me. With all the work I've done, it moved something that was perhaps the most precious thing that I could expect and want and could ever dream of. And there's even a special video of me sharing that. If you haven't seen it yet, it's at youwealthrevolution.com/Danielle, DANIELLE. And I meant every word. Danielle 18, throw in that 1-8 there. And if you want to go deeper, you can have one-on-one help and a one-on-one session with her, 45 minutes. Plus, there is also a group call, a 90-minute group call with Package A, and these beautiful Sacred Self, Sacred Land transmissions, all of it there. Take a look, plus my video outpouring of my special experience. Much love, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the light. And most of all, thank you for being you. Much love. I love you. We'll see you in the next You Wealth Revolution session. Take care, everyone.